I woke up and thought, my God, what have I done? That single sentence, whispered by Jerry Jones on the morning after he bought the Dallas Cowboys, could have been the end of the story. Instead, it was the opening scene of the most dramatic, lucrative, and controversial ownership saga in modern sports. But here's where it's controversial. What if Jones had taken the $10 million buyout check that was slid across the table just hours later? Would the Cowboys still be America's team, or would they be a footnote in some other city's highlight reel? Let's rewind to Oxnard, California, where the 82-year-old Jones is holding court in a hotel suite that's been converted into a makeshift war room. Surrounded by legal pads covered in doodles and bullet points, he's just wrapped a 45-minute interview with the Dallas Morning News. In a 4-minute burst, he drops 2 bombshells: a 15-year secret battle with stage 4 melanoma and a never-before-told tale from February 26, 1989. Both revelations will ricochet across social media within minutes, but the second one is the mind-bender. Picture the scene. The ink is barely dry on the $140 million purchase agreement. Jones has endured a press conference the Netflix cameras now call the Saturday Night Massacre, where reporters eviscerated him for firing the legendary Tom Landry. Exhausted, he crashes at the mansion on Turtle Creek. At dawn, the phone rings. On the other end is seller Bum Bright, who casually mentions that an unnamed oil and gas billionaire is willing to pay Jones $10 million to tear up the contract and walk away. $10,1989. No strings, no headlines, no 36-year roller coaster. Jones declines with a polite, thanks but no thanks. And this is the part most people miss. That refusal wasn't just stubborn pride. Jones insists it was a career pivot, not an investment play. I never saw it as buying a team, he tells me, tapping his pencil for emphasis. I saw it as taking a new job, a job that, according to Sportico's latest valuation, has ballooned into a $12.8 billion empire, an eye-watering 9,043% return. Not bad for a guy who had to scramble to cover the remaining 2/3 of the purchase price after the handshake. But let's stir the pot. Some critics argue that Jones' hands-on style, crossing the bright lines between owner, GM, and marketing czar, has also been the Cowboys' Achilles heel. Troy Aikman, captured in the Netflix series, puts it bluntly. I felt like Jerry was learning the business on my time. Ouch. Fair critique or quarterback sour grapes? You decide. Speaking of Netflix, the 8-part docuseries America's Team, The Gambler and His Cowboys drops Tuesday for 300 million subscribers. Co-directors McClane and Chapman Way originally worried that Jones would sanitize the narrative. Instead, he practically handed them a flamethrower. 40 hours of interviews, 0 topics off limits, and a directive to show every wart. The result is part Last Dance, part Tiger King, with a dash of Stranger Things nostalgia for anyone who remembers the 90s dynasty. At the Hollywood premiere, the Egyptian theater is a sea of Cowboys blue tuxedo jackets and silver star lapel pins. Jones arrives last, of course, flanked by 3 generations of family. Netflix chief content officer calls the project a white whale the streamer has chased for years. Al Michaels moderates a post-screening panel with Jones, Emmitt Smith, and Michael Irvin. When Jones jokes that the fan base is split between those who want to see us win and those who want to see us get our ass kicked, the room erupts. Irvin fires back, let's just hope tonight doesn't end up on TMZ. Back in Oxnard the next afternoon, Jones is reflective. The cameras are gone, but the memories linger. He revisits the 1-15 inaugural season, the rapid rise to 3 Super Bowls, the ugly divorce with Jimmy Johnson, and the cocaine Cowboys implosion chronicled in Episode 7. He admits rewatching those lows was painful, yet he insisted on including them. Why? Because great stories need conflict, and conflict demands honesty. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The Cowboys haven't reached an NFC championship game in 29 seasons. Their playoff record since 1996 is a grim 5-13. Netflix had hoped for a fairy tale ending, filming the 2024 wildcard game against Green Bay. Instead, they captured Jones muttering, boy, what a disaster, as the scoreboard read 48-32. Gene Jones laments that none of their grandkids have ever attended a Super Bowl. Charlotte adds, "We keep saying we'll get 'em next time, but we're running out of next times." Still, Jones refuses to frame his tenure as incomplete. He rattles off the near misses: Romo's fumbled snap in Seattle, the 2007 divisional heartbreak against the Giants, the Des Cottick controversy in Green Bay. Add one or two more Lombardi trophies, he says, and the narrative flips entirely. More importantly, he's convinced the journey itself, family business, generational handoff, beating cancer, outweighs any silverware. Everything I dreamed of in 1989 has been exceeded, he insists. Which brings us back to that $10 million mystery buyer. Jones has teased the story before, most notably in a 2014 ESPN profile, but he's never named the tycoon. When pressed, he grins. "I'm pretty sure they wouldn't mind, but they're well known." So who was it? A Dallas energy baron? An out-of-state mogul? The gambler isn't telling, at least not until the next docuseries greenlight. So, dear reader, here's your comment section fodder. Was Jones right to turn down the $10 million, or did ego cloud his judgment? Does the Cowboys' 29-year NFC title drought outweigh the 3 early 90s rings? And if you had the chance to rewrite history, would you still want Jerry Jones steering the Star? Sound off below, because the soap opera isn't over. Training camp is humming. A new coach is installing fresh schemes, and Micah Parsons' contract talks are the latest cliffhanger. The cameras may have stopped rolling, but the reality show that is the Dallas Cowboys is still live, unscripted, and as polarizing as ever.